Dear FM, have mercy on salaried class. Please allow full interest exemption on second home loan onwards. Removing available exemption is killing disposable incorporated, leading to no spending and economy downturn. FM sir, the salaried people have been bearing the burden of tax budgets for many years now. We need a desperate relief program. Despite paying taxes, we remain a community which is still lower middle class. Need some solution from this government at least. Need relaxation in tax slabs. Please have some consideration for the genuine salaried taxpayers. People have no jobs if they are in a startup or business. Funding up to 50 lakh from government and no GST required till next 5 years if funding provided is paid back in 5th year. Encourage jobless people to start businesses. Looking for investors. Need government help to start a new startup project on nutritional food for kids. Issue addressed. Both parents are working and kid has to face low quality oily undernutritional food compromising health. Sir, income tax should be reduced to 5% up to 50 lakhs per annum. Import duty on solar panels affects India's solar mission. Force Indian manufacturers to compulsory investment in its R&D. I request Honorable FM to waive off GST from 1 year full-time residential MBA program of IIM, as is the case with other full-time MBA courses. Students in 1 year MBA have to pay their fees as the 2 year MBA students, so there should not be discrimination.
मेरा जो बजट का विश लिस्ट है उसमें मैं चाहता हूं कि सबसे बड़ी जो प्रॉब्लम है अभी क्राइम की, उसको कम करने के लिए जो फोर्सेस हैं और जो सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस हैं जैसे पुलिस फोर्स है, हर स्टेट के अकॉर्डिंगली उनका बजट बढ़ाया जाए, उनको और फोर्स मतलब इंक्रीज हो, ज़्यादा लोग भर्ती हों और इसके साथ साथ उनको लेटेस्ट इक्विपमेंट्स दिए जाए ताकि वो जो भी सिचुएशन है वो हैंडल कर सके, क्राइम रेट हर जगह कम हो। और रिसेंटली मैं एग्जांपल देना चाहता हूँ, जैसे हरियाणा लगा लीजिए, यूपी में हर दिन हमें रेप केसेस एंड मर्डर केसेस सुनने में आता है, तो कहीं ना कहीं ऐसा लगता है कि कैपेबल नहीं है जो हमारी फोर्सेज हैं और गवर्नमेंट का को भी उस चीज़ पे सबसे ज़्यादा ध्यान देना चाहिए क्योंकि वो सोसाइटी को बहुत ज़्यादा एक तरह से अफेक्ट करती है। तो मैं चाहता हूँ, माय हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट इज कि उसका बजट है जो बढ़ाया जाए ताकि फोर्सेस बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब मजबूत हो, पावरफुल हो और वो क्राइम रेट किसी भी स्टेट का या पूरे कंट्री का लो आ जाए, ये कम हो जाए। तो थैंक यू।
So, as a middle class and a family person, we have some expectations from current budget. So, first point is the tax slab. So, it should be increased till 4 lakh. Currently, it is 2.5 lakhs. So, it should be increased. Then, second point is the medical bill reimbursement. So, from long ago, it is only 15,000. Currently, you are seeing a lot of medical expenses are increases. So it should be increased till 30,000. And third point is ATC. So it is currently limit is 1.5 lakhs, which is very less. So it should be increased to 2.5 lakhs so that tax saving can be increased, and it should be helpful for common man. So I hope our finance minister and our Prime Minister Modi ji should listen this and do necessary actions. Thank you. Thank you. So from long ago, it is only 15,000. Currently, you are seeing a lot of medical expenses are increases. So it should be increased to 30,000. And third point is ATC. So it is currently limit is 1.5 lakhs, which is very less. So it should be increased to 2.5 lakhs so that tax saving can be increased, and it should be helpful for common man. So I hope our finance minister and our Prime Minister Modi ji should listen this and
misappropriation of aid to poor to mitigate loss in speculation due to Gujarati greed is already over for this year. There can be higher tax on income from house property, especially rental income from residential. The only reason is to discourage owning more than one flats for rental income, and this helps in less TD of property and less price. Support home for all. Plastics, recycled things, machinery completely tax-free for better environment. Let e-commerce websites pay GST on behalf of small sellers by deduction of GST from sellers' reimbursement. I want to see FM carrying a flash drive or a memory stick instead of a briefcase for this year's budget session. Digital India. Salary to be linked with Aadhaar of all citizens. It will save unemployment pension people are taking after a job/small business.
I wish Finance Minister must give special interest for the public provident fund for the senior citizens, and it should give at least 8.5% so that senior citizens feel comfortable.
Respected FM, incentives for salaried people who are paying taxes honestly in the form of lower tax brackets or in the form of discounts in health facilities etc. Also, would like to suggest abolishment of income tax and introduction of point of sale tax.
Don't mind raising this issue because I care for women in my life. I hope sanitary pads are made tax-free this year.
Lower the duty structure on petrol diesel, they hit the poor man the most. Instead raise the taxes, one-time registration as well as tax on annual insurance premiums of cars with price greater than Rs 2 Mn. The rich are anyways going to buy their next SUV/German sedan. Reduce free electricity for farmers. It allows rampant groundwater misuse and promotes sowing of water-hungry crops which are then exported. Effectively we're exporting our already scarce H2O. Do we want more of Kaveri-like disputes? For metros, revise circle rates quarterly and increase stamp duty on real estate above Rs 2 crores for both males and females. Most male members use the names of their female relatives, mother/wife/sisters/daughters, just to save tax. Increase/impose heavy duties on biddy and firecrackers. There will surely be duty evasion, but to check that impose heavy fines/imprisonment on getting caught. Sin goods shall sell any which way, why not increase government revenue? Just want to bring the attention of the government to medical and LTA exemptions and guidelines, including the limits which need to be changed in today's context. Long-term capital gains tax on ancestral property should be rationalized. 20% is too much. What is the rationale behind buying a residential property in lieu of selling a residential property? In these hard times this law should be modified. Middle class always pays most and get least. Stop this else we will forget you. Want the income tax exemption limit raised to 5 lakh and balanced MFs to be designated as ELSS eligible USATC. Income and CG tax should come down to 25% flat rate without any deductions. No income tax up to 4 lakhs for earnings, retirement benefits per annum. 15% rate for 4 to 8 lakhs, slab 8 16 lakh 20% and 16 lakh above 25%. It's really needed to observe the tax slabs and try to give some benefits to the taxpayers. GST on real estate seems to high. 12% plus stamp duty is too much. 2. Tax slab need to be higher to 4 lakh. 3. Town planning for area which are well congested. 4. Working on plan for middle class as they are always not looked up to. Dear FM, I wish if you could make some changes in terms of inclusion of all growth production of Indian needy citizen whomsoever takes home loan, till when your government came into power, in connection to credit links subsidy scheme under PMAY. Dear sir, our income tax department has been struggling to effectively collect tax from non-salaried class. Professionals like doctors, advocates should pay tax at flat rate categorized into different groups like city, qualification possible with digitization. Dear FM, I wish if you made a payment to all casual workers, including a company hiring and putting them in road/rail line construction at interior areas through banks and not on cash compulsory, it will certainly curtail corruption at some extent. Please introduce new monthly income scheme at least at 12% interest for senior citizen, no tax. Dear Government of India, please have mercy on salaried class. Allow full interest exemption on second home loan onwards. Removing an already available exemption is killing disposable in corporates, leading to no spending and economy downturn. We all bankers waiting for early settlement 11th PP settlement. To make sanitary pads GST free. It's not a luxury item. Provide free or discounted education to the kids of the parents who would have contributed to nation building on various fronts. This helps in nation building and also skill development.
Hello Mr. Jaitley, I hope you are listening to this. So my demands for the budget 2018 are very basic. I want inflation to come under control. I want my vegetable, my grocery to be cheaper. I want my fuel to be cheaper. I wish my all of other items of daily use to be cheaper. I want to be back at a place where cooking food at home was cheaper than ordering from a multinational fast food chain. We really don't want to spend most of what we earn to make our daily what do you call needs. So please look into this.
I live in the fear that everything I ever earn will end up either in the government coffers or a doctor's bank account. Do you have any idea how expensive basic health care is for a common man? One visit to the doctor easily burns a hole in your pocket. And it's not just doctor consultation fees, there are tests to be paid for and the medicine to buy. It's become a cruel circle of money flying out of your pocket, even in extremely spotty weather conditions. Of course, the actual solution would be to improve the living standard, but we know that's beyond repair. We can't really get rid of it, but can we hope for their free and cheaper treatment? Please tell.
My wishlist for budget. Education introduced as a third party after the government and doctors. Who would be ending up on iPhone? I have no idea why private education is so expensive and why government education is so expensive. But it's sad. Why can't we make education equal and affordable for everyone? I believe the government should be central provider of education so that it stops being business for those who are running private institutions. Not their services.
Employment opportunities to be educated, technical people and educated graduates. We should try to understand the problems faced by rural folks and reduce the income disparity. Revenue should be generated from all business transactions and should be spent efficiently for improving infrastructure, health, communication facilities. Thank you.
There is a lot of buzz regarding the decrease in tax slabs as well as increase in tax deductions by I'm also a tax-paying citizen in India, but I'm also a working mother. And I really wish that FM should bring some announcements, some incentives for females who want to continue with their career even after their maternity break, those who want to continue paying taxes for the betterment of the economy and the country as a whole.
Increase in ATC exemption, extend ATD for in-laws and unmarried siblings, new category for skill upgradation, increase EMPS exemption of 50k to 12% of basic salary or whichever is higher, separate cat for defense donation, savings threshold to be increased to 2.5 lakhs, 1 GST rate pan-India at 7%, LTCG should remain tax-free, interest limit on home loan to be tax-free up to 4 lakhs, 1. Farming incentives 2. Teachers pay grade to be revised 3. Research-based incentives and jobs, government to spend less money, tax less, spend less. Reduce the fiscal deficit and national debt. When you're spending other people's money, you get carried away. Reduce the size of the government and reduce corruption. Governments take themselves too seriously. Do less, harm less. Widen tax space. Reduce taxpayer burden. Farms report income greater than GDP. 2 + 2 = 5. Easiest way to launder black money. All other income is taxed. Rich farmers should also pay their fair share. 1. 30% salary as standard rebate in personal income tax. 2. Medical expense exemption increase from 15,000 to 50,000. 3. ATC savings limit should increase from 1.5 lakh to 3 lakh. 4. EMPS investment to 1 lakh rupees from 50,000 rupees under Section 80 CCD 1B. Education loans are charged with higher interest rates rather than any sector. Education should be free as fundamental right. Youth should be considered for waiving of education loans.
Frankly speaking, on behalf of every class of our population, I would like to say that we don't really want to pay any income tax. It doesn't matter how much income we are earning. We don't want to give any part of it to the government. We work hard to earn this income, at least some of us do, and we would like to keep all of it. Of course, I understand that the government needs to live taxes to be able to function, but I also understand that we can figure out other ways to do that and let us keep our income.
Increase in home loan interest exemption limit from 2 lakh to 3.5 lakh, at least for first home buyer. Stop double taxing salaried class. Dear Finance Minister, please make an CEE to increase digital payment. Why not provide tax exemption on credit card bills? This way you can promote adoption of digital payments. Salary to be linked with Aadhaar of all citizen. It will save unemployment. Pension people are talking after having jobs/small business. Let e-commerce websites pay GST on behalf of small sellers by deduction of GST from sellers' reimbursement. Honorable FM, kindly increase the limit under Section 80C to 2 rupees lakhs and impose tax on the rich and spare the poor. We request you to direct the state governments to reduce the tax on petrol and diesel. Import duty on steel pinching India's infrastructure missions while our steel industries enjoying that cushion. Compulsory force them to R&D to bring down production cost. Our infra can't afford steel at premium price. Some relief expecting for salaried at 33% taxpayers/pull that slab beyond 70 lakhs per annum. Introduce a slab in between. Dear FM, at Arun Jaitley G, self-employed professionals get many deductions on revenue spends, depreciation, interest payment, on vehicle, etc. but salaried are not allowed any such deductions. Please allow these deductions for salaried too. Need best medical facilities in country. Want to see it hidden faster?